I know this may come as a shock and surprise to many of you, and I fully expect that will offend some of you. But I'm just going to say it. Or actually, I'll sing it. I belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I know who I am, I know God's plan, I'll follow Him in faith. I believe in the Savior Jesus Christ, I'll honor His name. I'll do what is right, I'll follow His light, His truth I will proclaim. But what about Helaman chapter 12? Let's talk about that. When they refer to Helaman chapter 12, they refer to this passage found in the Book of Mormon. Oh, how great is the nothingness of the children of men! Yea, even they are less than the dust of the earth. For behold, the dust of the earth moveth hither and thither, to the dividing asunder at the command of our great and everlasting God. Yea, behold, at His voice do the hills and mountains tremble and quake. And by the power of His voice they become broken up, and become smooth, yea, even like unto a valley. Yea, by the power of His voice doth the whole earth shake. Yea, by the power of His voice do the foundations rock, even to the very center. Yea, and if He say unto the earth, Move, it is moved. Yea, if He say unto the earth, Thou shalt go back, that it lengthen out the day for many hours, it is done. And thus, according to His word, the earth goeth back. And it appeareth unto man that the sun standeth still. Yea, and behold, this is so. For surely it is the earth that moveth, and not the sun. This has been a point of contention for many Latter-day Saints concerning the flat earth. But let's take a closer look at this. Looking in verse 12, it says, Yea, by the power of His voice do the foundations rock, even to the very center. A foundation is a natural or prepared ground or base on which a structure rests. Does this look like it has any kind of foundation to you? I don't think so. Oh, but he said, For surely it is the earth that moveth and not the sun. Why, yes, he did say that. In his hypothetical if situation, where if God should say to the earth, Move, it shall be moved. I think it'd be pretty silly there if God were to tell the earth to move and then have the earth do nothing, but instead see the sun move backward. Now let's go flip over into the Old Testament in Joshua chapter 10. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou, moon, in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hastened not to go down the whole day. And there was no day like that, before it or after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of man, for the Lord fought for Israel. Wouldn't that be kind of silly if Joshua speaks to the sun, and then the sun ignores him, and then the earth decides to move instead? Please also keep in mind, this is Joshua we are talking about. He was the prophet who followed right after Moses. And in the Pearl of Great Price, in the book of Moses, chapter 1, it says, And it came to pass, as the voice was still speaking, Moses cast his eyes and beheld the earth, yea, even all of it. And there was not a particle of it which he did not behold, discerning it by the Spirit of God. Do you think Moses could have experienced something like that and then said nothing unto Joshua? I don't think so. In fact, when we look at the book of Genesis, it is called the first book of Moses, where Moses was going out and telling everyone what he saw. And it was Moses who described the firmament in the sky. And it was Moses who described how the earth was created before the sun, moon, and stars were created, and how they were placed in the firmament. That right there should certainly cause you to question some things that you're taught in school. Now back to Helaman chapter 12. I agree that this is odd wording in Helaman, when he said, "For surely it is the earth that moveth and not the sun." But let's read this again. "And thus, according to his word, the earth goeth back, and it appeareth unto man that the sun standeth still." If that were describing a heliocentric universe, and the sun always stood still, while the earth always moved, would the sun appear to stand still? No. The sun would appear to go backwards from west to east. So this is definitely not describing a heliocentric globe. In order for the sun to appear to stand still, the sun and the earth would have to move together in the same direction. But then the sun and the earth would be moving, when he said, "Surely it is the earth that moveth and not the sun." So maybe Helaman was just wrong in this case. But am I a heretic for saying that? Let's go take a look at the title page of the Book of Mormon. "And now, if there are faults, they are the mistakes of men. Wherefore condemn not the things of God, that ye may be found spotless at the judgment seat of Christ." You can't say it is heretical to acknowledge potential errors in the Book of Mormon when the Book of Mormon itself acknowledges that it has potential errors. You can see this again in Mormon chapter 8. "And if there be faults, they be the faults of a man. But behold, we know no fault. Nevertheless, God knoweth all things. Therefore, he that condemneth, let him be aware lest he shall be in danger of hellfire." Then we see this again in the final chapter. "Condemn me not because of mine imperfection, neither my Father because of his imperfection, neither them who have written before him, but rather give thanks unto God that he hath made manifest unto you our imperfections, that ye may learn to be more wise than we have been." No one claims that the Book of Mormon is perfect, and I acknowledge that when I testify that the Book of Mormon is true. I believe in ancient days a branch of Israel actually did come and settle in the Americas. And I also believe that Jesus also came and visited the Americas after his resurrection. There is a lot of evidence of Hebrew influence throughout ancient America. If anyone has any questions for me about that, feel free to ask on our religious discussion board. There's a link in this video's description. This video is brought to you by the Flat Earth Institute of Science. Thank you for watching. Oh, but what does religion have to do with science? Why, thank you for asking. Science is systematic knowledge of the physical or material world gained through observation and experimentation. It is also defined as systematized knowledge in general. With that being the case, we are open to exploring all kinds of religion, not just one. So whatever religion you may be, please feel free to participate on our discussion boards. We would love to hear what you have to say.